What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to episode 2 of Not Your Mama's Podcast. I am Dev,
I'm Skee.
and we are taking you into the next episode. What's up?
So, start off, we want to apologize for the visual on the first episode. We didn't realize the camera died 7 minutes into recording.
Yeah.
So the best option there was just to go ahead and just put the frozen shot in there so you guys can have something to listen to. But we're good this time.
Exactly. We got both camera batteries charged, locked, and loaded. We're ready to go. I promise you will see our glorious light-skinned faces this entire time. Smile for the camera. But let's hop right into it. Our first topic, disappointed mama. If you don't know, if you haven't heard, Darren Waller, tight end for
The Giants.
New York Giants, New York football Giants, man. That's a big time city. And Mr. Waller was doing big time things, man. He was married to Kelsey Plum, two-time WNBA champion. I believe she won the 2023 All-Star Game MVP. April 23rd, man, she dropped a post on her Instagram talking about how she walked through fire for this man, and now it looks like they're getting a divorce. Ski, how do you feel about that?
Man, honestly, I didn't see this one coming. I mean, they just got married recently. They were so happy that they got married in Las Vegas when he was still a Raider.
Mm-hmm.
And then next you know, Giants said, oh, no, we're sending you to New York now. I was like, what?
So
So everyone's like, dang, that's just crazy. How you get married and just shipped off the next day? But now we find out, apparently Buddy has been a skeezer. So now she's divorcing him. So I was like, what did you do, brother? She was a unicorn.
a real life unicorn. Allegedly, Waller cheated on Plum. Now we don't have any concrete proof. This ain't TMZ. But at the same time, how could you cheat on Kelsey Plum? I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. But um, I wish Miss Plum all the best. Her DMs must be wide open with shots from all across the world. NBA, WNBA, me. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I'm putting up shots like I'm Curry. Mrs. Plum, I got a last name for you, and it has a really good ring to it.
Please put F in the chats for Miss Plum.
For real, y'all. Next topic we got.
Public affairs. So, as you know, hip hop is being crazy right now. We just had the Drake versus 20 beef. Now we have a new one. Chris Brown has finally spoken on Quavo after their 2-year beef in the celebrity games. Weakest link. Dad, what you think about that?
All right, so first off, I didn't even know Chris Brown had beef with Quavo like that. I don't really follow those two artists as much, but I heard the diss track. First, I saw it on Instagram, and I was like, wondering what was going on. Scathing. The stuff he said. If you haven't heard it, the hardest line in the song, at least in my opinion, has to be when he said, "When Takeoff died and we wished it was you." He really brought this man's mortality into a diss track. That's real life stuff right there. Like, that's real. I don't know if they're just gonna keep it on the track no more. And between that and saying that Brown hooked up with his ex-wife while they were together, that's tough.
Yeah. And then, if some of you have heard, Quavo dropped his diss track to Chris Brown. It was okay, but the part that broke everybody was that he brought in an old recording of Takeoff and put it on the diss track. You literally proved Breezy's point that Takeoff was the best and you were the weakest link.
Right.
You didn't help yourself at all.
At all. Like, how you gonna bring somebody back? Like, you're proving his point. You needed the support even when he's not really here. It's just kind of, it is the weakest link.
Yes.
That's all we can really say. So I think Brown is not only winning that beef, that diss track, but it's kind of like he's singing. And kind of like you said, you're getting bodied by a singing nigga. That's just what it is.
Yes.
Next, we have
Athlete's foot. So, we're going to start off. The NFL draft was this week. So, Dev, you want to tell them about your pick?
Yes, sir. If y'all don't know, I'm Chicago everything. I'm talking Bulls, I'm talking Bears, I'm talking Cubs. Last night, as we record this on a Friday, Chicago Bears finally drafted number 1 overall for the first time in the modern draft era, Caleb Williams. Now, if you don't know, Caleb Williams is the newest light-skinned heir to the championship throne. I'm talking Mahomes. I'm talking Steph Curry types of greatness. He is the generational talent at USC. And as a Chicago fan, I'm pretty excited. This might be the first time in a very long time. And by long time, I'm talking like 3 years because we just had Justin Fields. But RIP. Good luck to him in Pittsburgh now?
Yeah.
Yeah. But super excited for our city, for our team. I'm expecting big things this year.
Yes. Only thing I'm gonna say about that is Chicago. I hope you know what you're doing. You did a lot of stuff this offseason.
I think we're doing better than the Jags.
I mean, we'll see, buddy.
We will see.
Yep.
We'll see.
And then we'll move on to the next point. We're covering boxing as well. As you know, Ryan Garcia defeated Devin Haney. 3 knockdowns. That's tough.
3. Hit him with a 3-piece combo with a side of an L. If y'all don't know, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, they're 2 of the most talented boxers in their weight class right now. It was reported that Garcia went into this fight advised by Floyd Mayweather to go in overweight. There was a bet between Haney and Garcia pre-fight where however many pounds Garcia came in overweight, he had to pay $500,000. This man Garcia said no problem, slid 1.5 mil on the table, came in 3 pounds overweight. Garcia wins the fight extremely convincingly against Haney, who was undefeated, and Garcia bet $2 million on himself?
Yep.
Won 12 mil or 10 mil?
Mm-hmm.
The confidence, crazy. The marketing, Garcia was smoking packs, chugged a beer at their pre-fight standoff. All that. I bet Haney was going in smooth, thinking, oh, this is going to be a cakewalk. Gets knocked down not once, not twice, but 3 times? Unprecedented.
One problem I have about that is Haney didn't study for that man's left hook.
No.
That left hook is known to terrorize people,
Mhm.
and you got terrorized every time.
Mm-hmm.
And then on to our last point of athlete's foot. Reggie Bush finally gets his Heisman back.
Yes, sir.
And so the good thing about that is I love the fact that Johnny Football, as we all know, he was the Texas A&M great, came into the league, didn't do so well. But after seeing his documentary, I realized Johnny Football just didn't have right guidance, and just fame just killed him. But now he's on the right track, and the fact that we was able to support Reggie Bush to get his Heisman back is awesome. So shout out to Johnny Football, and shout out to Reggie.
For sure. I think it's really important that, honestly, the college institution finally recognized Reggie for his accomplishment. He wasn't able to celebrate for so long. He said that was one of the biggest regrets of his career is not being able to hoist that trophy, attend that ceremony like all the other Heisman greats that we've had in the past. And to Johnny's credit, Johnny Manziel said, listen, I'm no longer attending the ceremony until Reggie gets his trophy back. They finally gave it to him. The NCAA did right by him. And I think it's extremely respectable of them as an institution.
Indeed. And then on to our next topic, our favorite topic, love in a light-skinned world.
Light-skinned world.
Dev, what's been going on with you?
Man. It's been a week, y'all. It's been a week. I just want to say it's okay to cry, you know? As a man, you might not experience that emotion, that feeling often, but it's okay. Now, I wouldn't advise crying often, definitely not every day. It's kind of an easy way to get dehydrated. The more you cry, you got to change your sheets, and your water bill in the shower might be a little bit high, especially if you're singing some Drake music, karaoke, whatever. My point is this. I was in a little situation. I cared a lot about somebody. Somebody didn't, they cared a lot about me too, I guess, but things just didn't work out, and I wasn't really what they were looking for. So, um, loving in a light-skinned world isn't always easy, but it's okay because the character development for a young light skin, sometimes you need, adversity. You need heartbreak. You need drama to keep the light skinness alive.
Moral of the story. When you start to get intimate with somebody, just make sure both of you are on the same page of what's going down long distance.
Or character development.
Anywho, on Skee's side of Love and Light Skin World, just now that I got my own crib, just ready to get out there and start shooting like Steph Curry. It's about time to unleash some city boys finally and see where it goes. And then if we get into our next topic, anime review. The one we're watching right now is Kaiju number 8, the hot one that just came out. They'll tell them what's going on.
All right, so we just saw episode 2. This is your spoiler alert. Cool. So, Kaiju number 8, episode 2, man. Main character, Kafuka. Basically, what happened in this episode, we've already seen him get turned into a kaiju. A parasite enters his hotel room from the last episode, jumps in his mouth, tells him to swallow me up, and then from there on, he has the ability to turn into a kaiju. If you don't know, a kaiju is similar to like Godzilla, kind of like a Titan, kind of like King Kong. These are all kaiju-esque figures. And main character turned into a kaiju, but he still maintains his human form sometimes. He's struggling a little bit, but it's really his journey being a kaiju and wanting to keep his dream alive of becoming a defender of his city.
Yep. And then, just as always, main character always has that good side character that makes steal the show, and that person's Ichikawa. He's his younger co-worker, but they've been through it thick and thin. Both of them save each other from life-threatening situations. So when Kafuka turns into a kaiju for the first time, Ichikawa freaks out and then turns into a Robin
Fact.
and says, "Let's get out of here." So really a ride die pair. Can't wait to see how the show turns out.
Next, we have daily endeavors. This is Skee's plan for the week, my plan for the week. What you got going on, Ski?
Yeah, so just a quick update from last episode. The wine tasting went great. I am now a sangria person. White or red, let me get it. And also some Javertraminer. There we go, Javertraminer.
Who?
In the chat, let me know if I'm saying that right. And then now I got a tournament coming up at New Smyrna Beach, just right past Daytona. Hopefully put some good numbers up and make some birdies so I can get some money. And yeah, that's it. What about you, Dev?
Well, last week I was supposed to have a comedy show. For reasons, the comedy show got canceled, but that's okay. We're still trying to find some more open mics to get out to in Jacksonville. If you know the open mics near Gainesville, Ocala, I'm willing to travel. We're trying to make y'all laugh out here. That we can see this lovely light-skinned face in person, not just on camera. In other news, I went diving last week. I do free diving a lot. That's one of my favorite hobbies. I try to go once a week. Last week I hit Alexander. That was a great time. Interesting experience. I went diving. We saw an alligator that was out there for a bit, so we all kind of hopped out the water, got back in, which I know. Honestly, I think like the more you live in Florida, the longer you live in Florida, the more Floridian you become. So I'm not really scared of gators anymore. But I like to test myself, So I swam with my fins for a while. Then I got out, swim without fins, and I came back and my fins were gone.
Now, on this fin stealing, do you want to explain to them why you think you're a victim of a certain Instagram reel?
All right, so I was on Instagram chilling, scrolling, whatever, and I saw a post. Post wasn't about diving, but it was about skiing. In the post, somebody recorded like a pan of all this ski equipment, and they was talking about, oh, like there's thousands of dollars worth of equipment just sitting here. Nobody's even watching it. And then the caption was like, yeah, don't start introducing those people to the mountains. Now, we can all inquire who those people are, but they were pretty much saying this activity is exclusive to certain people and certain races or certain individuals. And I feel like diving, I don't know any people that, I don't know many melanated individuals that indulge in water activities, especially in the outdoors with gators. So I don't know. I just kind of feel still a little bit targeted. But it's all good, man. Most people out there are nice. I still had a great time regardless. I'm gonna buy myself some new fins. Maybe pop an air tag in there. It is what it is.
Sounds good. Then I'll wrap up our show. Thank you everybody for coming out. And as always, just leave a comment what you think was the best part of the show. what else you want to see in one of our categories, and hopefully Dev finds better women.
Facts. But in the meantime, please, 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 in the comment section, tell us how you disappointed your mom last week, something that you might have did this week. We're gonna be posting all over our Instagrams. My Instagram is Ayo, it's Dev.
Mine is Ski Golf Lab.
Yep, we'll have those linked in the description below. But hey, thank y'all for checking out episode 2, and we'll see you guys next time. Not Your Mama's Podcast.